Hey guys, it's Jason here. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. This is the Humpy Report on a Sunday morning. And today we're going to talk about the 13th ranked Oregon Ducks beating a California Golden Bears that played with Raheem Mostert at quarterback, the backup quarterback coming into the season, but he started the game. Mostly played very good, 17 out of 34, 191 touchdown, and 2 INTs. That one INT, the first one he threw was at the end of the first half. It was a 7-0 ball game. Cal leading in the Oregon, and Oregon got shut out in the first half of a ball game since 2004. The opponent that day was Indiana. Oregon lost that ball game 27 to nothing. Of that day, was down at halftime at 27 to nothing. They eventually lost that ball game. But Oregon came out. They had a 3-and-out. To start the second half. They scored 10 points in the third quarter, made it 10-7, and they added another touchdown. That was the touchdown pass that Justin Herbert threw to Jaden Red, was 17-7. Herbert finished with 20 out of 33, 214, a touchdown and an INT. He had less passing yards last night that he had against Auburn the opening week. Cal's defense, very good. Very good at secondary. Very good at linebacker. I talked about the preview video about Evan Weaver. Evan Weaver had only 6 tackles. The guy came in averaging about 15 tackles. Really didn't have that much of an impact on this ballgame that I thought he would. This was probably the best 2 defensive teams in the conference. You had Cal and Oregon. I think Oregon's defense, and they showed it last night, that they're just a little bit better than the Cal's defense. I think Oregon's has a better rush defense, and as I think the secondary would have to go to Cal. Watching yesterday's ball game, but just very 2 good defensive teams, and it showed in the first half. Oregon 3 turnovers in that first half. Justin Herbert throws his first those takeaways, and they got a touchdown after Justin Herbert's interception. Yeah, they got points off that, and that's it. When you're +3 on the turnover margin that Cal had, you got to be up more than 7 points. It really kept Oregon in that ballgame. Hey, I get that most to the backup quarterback and the 1-out, but he started the ballgame. He had a full week of practice. I know this was his 3rd career start. He had 2 at UCLA before transferring to Cal, but the guy had a full week of practice. Give thumbs up to Oregon's defense that really kept Oregon in this ballgame, 7-0 at halftime. I know I was kind of worried at halftime about the ballgame, but I realized, hey, as bad as Oregon's offense played in that first half, you're only down at 7-0. Um, you kind of knew, kind of had a feeling of that ball game that hey, 17 or 20 points is gonna win this ball game. You wasn't gonna run away with this ball game at all. Um, and that showed. Oregon 17 points on the season. That season low in points. Um, I think I saw a stat on Facebook that Oregon's only averaging about 20 points per ball game when they face Power 5 competition. Auburn, Stanford, and Cal. But to really put in hindsight, Oregon was bringing back a couple wide receivers. Probably not a good second day to break in newbie wide receivers. Michael Pittman, 4 catches, 43 yards, almost 11 yards per catch. That guy's going to be special. I believe he's going to break a lot of Oregon records when he leaves Oregon. He's just a true freshman, making his first collegiate ball game. And I thought he played well. Brendan Scooter making his season debut, only a catch and 21 yards. So, I think all in all, Oregon played a very good ball game. Was it the blowout? Hey, put up 40 points, shut them down? No. I think in this day and age of Oregon football, it really showed that hey, we could have scored less than 17, less than 20 points, and we could have won a ball game. And that's what Oregon did. 17-7, they outscored the Cal 17-0 in the second half. After the Cal got that first touchdown, they couldn't. But once Oregon's defense got sorted down, they shut down that offense. Very proud of the defense. And if you haven't started believing in this Oregon defense, you should now. 4 straight opponents, single digits given up, 1 touchdown allowed. In that stretch, I don't care who you playing, that's really impressive. Is this ball game different? If I don't think it is. It might be a 17-14 ball game. It might be a 24-17. I saw on Twitter, Cal should have got 21 points. Yeah, but you could also say to Oregon should have had 34 points. Okay, they had a couple turnovers inside of the red zone. So that's a 6 points on the board. You put that total up to 23 points. Let's say if Oregon scores a touchdown on one of those possessions, it's still a 10-point swing. So it's really it could have gone both ways. You could have said Cal could have got more points. Oregon could have got more points. It was a really sloppy game at times. C.J. Vidal, 10 carries, 46 yards. He left the ball game in the first half with an ankle injury. The word from Mark Cristobal was X-rays were negative. So let's talk about what's moving forward. Cal goes into the bye week before they play Oregon State at home. Oregon, they have a short week. They play on Friday night on FS1 against Colorado. That's not going to be an easy opponent by far. But with Washington's loss, last night to Stanford. Oregon's pretty much 2 games up on everyone. Um, Stanford has 2 conference losses. Washington has 2 conference losses. Cal has 2 conference losses. And you have the tiebreaker against Stanford and Cal. Washington State has 2 conference losses. Oregon State only has one, but they just played UCLA, probably the worst Pac-12 defense, and they didn't have DTR. So Oregon State's gonna lose more conference games. Um, so this is really setting up that Oregon has the inside track to the Pac-12 North. Not saying Oregon's going to win at the Pac-12, not by any stretch. I think, regardless how the defense is playing, I think they could play better. Um, I know Oregon's offense could play better, but you look at it, they played Stanford and Cal. Arguably 2 of the top 4 or 5 defenses in the Pac-12. So I think if Oregon takes care of business 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time, I think Oregon can see themselves ending up in Santa Clara. They can't overlook anybody on the schedule. Even Oregon State has an offense that could put up points. It's really Luton and Isaiah Hodges way to shut down Hodges. You're going to be able to shut down that team. So I think Oregon has the potential to win the Pac-12 North. You could have said, oh yeah, Oregon scored only 17 points. Well, yeah, you could only score 17 points when your defense only gives up 7. This is not a beauty pageant by any means. It's football, and the rules of football says score more than your opponent. That's all it says. There's no style points here. It's just scoring more than your opponent, and you look at the tape, and you fix your mistakes, and you build off of them. That's all. And right now, Oregon, I believe, watching the amount of Pac-12 football that I've watched, and the amount of football that I've watched, Oregon has the best Pac-12 defense. It was a question if it was Oregon or Cal. Cal beat Ole Miss. Oregon lost to Auburn. Ole Miss is probably one of the worst SEC teams in the country. It's not even that Auburn's a top 15 team, but I think Oregon down the road, if they take care of business 1 game at a time. Next week is Colorado on a Friday night. They could end up in Santa Clara. But it's a long road to Santa Clara. It's a long road to the end of the season. Oregon has difficult games ahead. But I like how Oregon's playing. The offense can play better. I think a lot of mistakes comes to one, it was Cal's defense, a very good Cal's defense, and 2, off of the bye week and whatnot. So once again, my name's Jason. Oregon goes into the Colorado week 4-1, 2-0 in the conference, and the only conference undefeated team in the Pac-12 North. So once again, my name's Jason. Have a great day, and like always, go Ducks. Soon as I pause the video. Come on.